On June 15, 2025, Paris Saint-Germain made history, stepping onto the grand stage of the FIFA Club World Cup for the very first time. It was a moment years in the making, the culmination of relentless ambition and hard-fought victories. The eyes of the footballing world were fixed on Paris's finest as they prepared to test themselves against the best clubs from every continent. The anticipation was palpable as PSG's stars walked out beneath the stadium lights, their faces a mix of focus and excitement. This was more than just a match. It was a new chapter in the club's storied journey. After conquering Europe with a treble-winning season, PSG faced Atletico Madrid, a team famous for their defense and grit. The matchup promised a true test of character and skill, pitting PSG's attacking brilliance against Atletico's renowned resilience. The world watched as PSG, brimming with confidence, aimed to prove their European triumph was just the beginning. Supporters from Paris to far corners of the globe held their breath, hoping to witness another historic night. This wasn't just another match, it was a statement of intent from a club determined to be the best on the planet. Every player knew the weight of the moment and the responsibility they carried for their fans and for the club's legacy. For veterans like Marquinhos and new signings alike, this was a chance to etch their names into PSG's growing legacy. The blend of experience and fresh talent gave the team a unique edge, fueling their hunger for global glory. The atmosphere was electric as two European giants prepared to clash, PSG's attacking flair versus Atletico's tactical discipline. Every pass, every tackle, every cheer from the stands added to the sense that something special was about to unfold. Would PSG's creativity break through, or would Atletico's resilience prevail? The tension was almost unbearable as both teams pushed their limits, determined to seize the moment. The stage was set for a classic encounter, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Every second on the pitch mattered, with reputations and dreams hanging in the balance. This opening match marked the start of a new adventure for PSG, a journey filled with hope, ambition, and the promise of unforgettable moments on football's biggest stage. The iconic Rose Bowl in Pasadena, a venue steeped in history and tradition, set the stage for an unforgettable match on this sweltering afternoon. Over 80,000 passionate fans packed the stands, their cheers and chants echoing through the stadium, creating a vibrant electric atmosphere that could be felt from miles away. But as the midday sun blazed overhead, the real test began. Temperatures soared to a scorching 31 degrees Celsius, or 88 degrees Fahrenheit, turning the pitch into a furnace and pushing every player's endurance to its absolute limit. The relentless heat forced the referee to halt play not once but twice, calling for much-needed cooling breaks so players could catch their breath and regroup. Players rushed to the sidelines, grabbing water bottles and ice towels, desperate to hydrate and cool down. On this day, they were battling not just their opponents, but the punishing California weather itself. The extreme conditions slowed the pace of the game, forcing both teams to manage their energy carefully. Coaches shouted instructions, urging their players to conserve strength and play smart. Knowing that every sprint could take a toll, even the ball was affected, bouncing unpredictably on the dry, sun-baked grass, making every pass and shot a new challenge. Coaches had to rethink their strategies and substitutions, treating the heat as an invisible opponent that could change the game at any moment. The weather shaped the match as much as the teams themselves, with visible heat haze shimmering above the field and players visibly struggling under the harsh sun. For everyone on the field, the sun became a third competitor, unforgiving, ever-present, and impossible to ignore. Yet despite the adversity, the Rose Bowl's beauty shone through, its sunlit pitch and dramatic setting providing a stunning backdrop to the contest. This was football at its most demanding, a true test of skill, determination, and resilience, where only the toughest could hope to prevail. PSG struck first after 19 minutes. Fabianruiz unleashed a low drive into the bottom corner, settling nerves and igniting the crowd. The stadium erupted as fans leapt to their feet, the energy surging through every supporter. It was the perfect start for the French champions, who looked determined to make a statement on this grand stage. Just before halftime, Vitinha dazzled with a solo run, weaving through defenders and doubling PSG's lead. His quick feet and composure left Atletico's backline helpless, and the crowd roared in appreciation. The goal not only showcased individual brilliance, but also underlined PSG's attacking intent and confidence. Atletico, stunned, went into the break, 2 goals down. Their players trudged off the pitch, heads bowed, searching for answers. The halftime whistle offered them a brief respite, but the challenge ahead was clear. PSG had seized control. Late in the game, young Senimayulu came off the bench and fired home PSG's third, showcasing the squad's depth. The teenager's celebration was pure joy, embraced by teammates who recognized the significance of his moment. It was a goal that highlighted PSG's blend of experience and youth, a glimpse of the club's promising future. In stoppage time, a VR-reviewed handball gave PSG a penalty. The tension in the stadium was palpable as the referee pointed to the spot, confirming the decision after a lengthy review. Atletico's frustration was evident, while PSG's players gathered in anticipation. Lee Kang-in stepped up, coolly converting to seal a 4-0 victory. His calmness under pressure was remarkable, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way and sparking another wave of celebration among the fans. Each goal told a story: skill, composure, and the emergence of new stars. From experienced campaigners to rising talents, PSG's performance was a showcase of their collective strength and ambition. PSG's dominance was clear from start to finish. They controlled possession, dictated the tempo, and pressed high up the pitch, never allowing Atletico to settle or find their rhythm. Atletico had no answer for the French champions' relentless attack. Time and again, PSG surged forward, forcing saves and mistakes, leaving Atletico's defense scrambling. The final whistle confirmed a statement win. PSG's players embraced, knowing they had delivered a performance to remember on the world stage. PSG's Club World Cup debut couldn't have been more emphatic. The celebrations reflected the magnitude of the achievement, with players and fans united in joy. 4 goals, 4 different scorers, and a warning to the rest of the tournament. PSG have arrived, and they mean business. The stats told the story. PSG controlled 74% of possession, dictating the tempo and tiring Atletico in the heat. 16 shots, 11 on target, and 4 goals highlighted their attacking threat. Atletico managed just 5 shots, only 1 on target, stifled by PSG's disciplined defense. Frustration boiled over for Atletico, earning them 5 yellow cards and a red for Clement Lenglet. Down to 10 men, their task became impossible. PSG's composure stood in stark contrast with only 2 bookings. Even with missed chances, PSG's dominance was never in doubt. Atletico's best opportunity went begging, while PSG's substitutes nearly added more. The final score could have been even higher. This was a masterclass in control, discipline, and execution. PSG sent a clear message: they're here to win it all. Vitinha was named player of the match, orchestrating play and scoring a brilliant solo goal. Kvaratskhelia shone with 2 assists and nearly scored himself, proving his game-changing quality. PSG's midfield trio, Ruiz, Vitinha and João Neves, dominated the centre, linking defence and attack seamlessly. Captain Marquinhos led a defence that gave away almost nothing. Even with some missed chances, PSG's attack was relentless. On the other side, Jan Oblak's heroics in goal kept Atletico from an even heavier defeat. He made 6 crucial saves, showing why he's among the world's best. PSG's victory was a true team effort, every player executing their role to perfection. The performance was a showcase of depth, talent, and unity. This was a team ready for the world stage. The California Heat was a relentless adversary, pushing players to their physical limits. Vitinha and manager Luis Enrique admitted the conditions were brutal, forcing tactical adjustments and energy conservation. Cooling breaks offered brief relief, but the sun's impact was constant. FIFPro, the players' union, criticized the scheduling, warning of health risks with so many midday matches. 35 of 63 tournament games were set for peak heat, sparking debate about player safety. The Rose Bowl match became a symbol of this growing concern. As football goes global, balancing spectacle and safety is more urgent than ever. The health of players must come first. This match made that message impossible to ignore. PSG's 4-0 win was more than a strong start. It was a declaration of intent on the world stage. After years of building, they showed they belong among football's elite. Their attacking firepower and winning mentality were on full display. Luis Enrique's philosophy, teamwork, possession and pressing, was vindicated. The victory builds momentum and eases pressure for the next match. Fans in Paris and worldwide celebrated a new chapter in the club's history. PSG are not just European champions, they're aiming to conquer the world. The journey has only just begun. PSG's emphatic win puts them atop Group B, with Botafogo up next at the Rose Bowl, this time with a later, cooler kick-off. With 3 points and a strong goal difference, PSG can rotate their squad and plan for the knockout rounds. A win or draw likely secures their place in the next stage. For Atletico Madrid, the situation is dire. A heavy loss and poor goal difference mean they must beat Seattle Sounders to survive. They'll travel to Seattle with less rest and without suspended defender Clement Lenglet. Manager Diego Simeone faces a huge challenge to lift his team's spirits. Atletico must regroup quickly and find their scoring touch. The next matches will test both teams' depth and resilience. The Club World Cup journey is just beginning, but the stakes are already high. Every game now feels like a final. Beyond the scoreline, the match spotlighted a critical issue: player safety in extreme heat. FIFPro's warnings about midday kickoffs in hot climates gained new urgency. Cooling breaks help, but scheduling is the real problem. Players risk heat exhaustion and injury, as seen in Pasadena. Comments from Vitinha and Luis Enrique put a human face on the struggle. This match became a case study in the debate over football's priorities. The sport's growth must not come at the expense of its stars' health. The conversation about player safety is only just beginning.